Hey guys, today we're going to be using a tier list to see what the most brutal kill is in the entire X franchise. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content like this, but without further ado, let's get right onto it. Okay, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I made the titles, so let me present them one by one. The first one is the most brutal of kills, and that kill just created a new fear that I can't shake off. These are the kills where I hadn't thought of that way to die before I even saw the kill, and now that I see it, I'm gonna be scared for the rest of my life. I don't want to die like that. So it would have to be really original and really scary to make it to that tier. Okay, the next one is, it's almost artistic how horribly they died. So these are the ones where it's like, I'm not personally traumatized, but like the brutality of it is just so artistic because it's so brutal. I think that one's pretty self-explanatory. It encapsulates my thoughts entirely for a second tier. Okay, the third one is an oldie but a goodie. These are the ones where, yeah, they might be repetitive, we might have seen them before, but it still is good, and they found a way to make it good in the movie, so I don't have any complaints about that. Okay, on the contrary, we have an oldie but a baddie. These are the ones where it's been repeated before and we're tired. Not only are we tired, it wasn't even done well. The next one is, they died? And this is the ones where I didn't even know they died. Like, looking back, I was like compiling all these kills and I was like, I didn't even remember them dying. That's crazy. The kill might have not been like awful, but it was so forgettable that I forgot. At the bottom, plain and simple, not good with a capital period. This one, yeah, not good. It's simply could be better. I don't know how else to put it. If you're still confused, then leave a comment, but I think we should all be on the same page here. The one thing that is kind of irritating me right now is the fact that the first two tiers, all the letters are shifted to the left, and then suddenly it's all centered. Why did they do that? I tried to make them all centered. It just didn't work. Let's get started.
You're a fucking sex symbol.
The first one, the image isn't very clear because it's a direct screenshot from the movie, but this is RJ's death. He gets jealous because Jenna Ortega's character was like, oh, I want to be in the film. And then he was like, oh, I'm out of here. You guys are left stranded. And then Pearl was like in the middle of the freaking grass. And he was like, oh, do you need any help? And then she was like all weird to him and he's like, ugh. And then she got really offended and ultimately killed him, which honestly, why did he leave his friends? I wasn't that sad about his death. I felt like he could have handled things better. And the way he died was kind of like, we knew it was coming. It was like the buildup was there, but it still was very brutal. Like she was just going at it, stabbing him like 50 bazillion times, and I was like, dang girl, I feel like he's well after dead. But yeah, I'm gonna put it in an oldie but a goodie because the way he died wasn't that interesting, but it was still good. The next one is Wayne. Yeah, this one was unexpected. I did kind of think that something was gonna happen in the eye because he was looking a little too long out that hole. I did feel bad for him. I'm gonna have to put this one in an oldie but a goodie. I feel like it's pretty expected that when you look through holes or you put your fingers through something, chopping's about to come, like you're about to die. It was well done. It was pretty unexpected in the moment, so I think that's a pretty good place for it. The next one is Jackson, who unfortunately died via gun. I feel like this one was kind of the most boring of them all. Howard like led him out to find Pearl and they saw like a car sunken or something, and then suddenly he has a gun at his chest and he shoots him. And I was like, and that's it? I kind of really wanted more from that. I mean, he was a memorable character, so of course I remember him dying. But I will say an oldie but a baddie, because we have seen these types of gun deaths happen over and over again, and it wasn't that jarring, it wasn't unexpected, it was just kind of there, in the mix of things. Okay, can't see this one too well. Well, in this one, Miss Bobby Lynn dies after Pearl pushes her in the lake and causes her to be eaten by a crocodile. I don't know if it's a crocodile or an alligator, but she gets eaten by one of those, and it's because of Pearl's jealousy. Probably. Well, I don't know, but Yeah, I did really like this one because they built up like the alligator earlier on when the alligator was following Maxxine while she was trying to get out of the lake, I'm pretty sure. So I liked the setup and payoff, and the way she got eaten was pretty brutal. The way that Pearl like pushed her in, that was pretty brutal. Everything about that was very good. I will say it was almost artistic how horribly they died because yeah, that was just like a 10 out of 10 death. Okay, the next one we have is the next one we have is Jenna Ortega's infamous death where she runs out because she doesn't trust Maxxine, or she blames Maxxine and then instantly gets shot. Unlike Jackson, this one was more unexpected. We didn't see the gun. She just instantly got shot. There was no like build up. Pearl didn't like lift up a gun towards her. It was just like, whoa, I did not think you would die right then and there. But she did. There were so many instances I thought she was gonna die. Like when she got shoved into the room alone, or when she got her fingers chopped off or whatever. But no, they saved it for an unexpected moment, which I really liked. So I will say it's almost artistic how horribly they died. Now, I will say, out of all the deaths, hers probably hurt the least because she was just like shot and then died. Like some of these, their limbs get cut off and whatnot, and I'm like, oh, that would be a horrible death. But it was unexpected in the way that the movie portrayed it. So, it goes right there. Now, the next one we have is Howard. Howard died via heart attack. For me, I'm like, girl, how do you kill yourself by accident? Like, he got scared of something and instantly he's dead. There were so many other scary moments throughout the movie that I would have expected a heart attack from, but no, it was a little scream, it was a little cough or whatever it was. And he was out. He said goodbye to the world right then and there. And yeah, I did forget that he died because it was such a brief moment. I was still recovering from Jenna Ortega's death, and it was right before Pearl's death. So it was just in the middle, like two great deaths, and there's Howard. The next one we have is Miss Pearl herself. She's the one that caused all the other deaths, pretty much, and she died via head explosion via car. This one was pretty good. I will say an oldie but a goodie, because we did expect that she was about to run her over, and there wasn't anything too brutal about her death, I would say, in comparison to some of the ones higher on this list. So yeah, she goes right there, an oldie but a goodie. Okay, we're done with X. Now on to my favorite movie of the entire franchise, and that is...
Please, Lord, make me the biggest star the world has ever known.
Okay, we have, unfortunately, Mr. Goose, who died very early in the movie. He didn't get much screen time, and very sadly and tragically passed away in the hands of Pearl. I did feel really bad for this goose. It was a little unexpected because it was the first death in the movie. So I will say an oldie but a goodie. It was good. It kind of kicked off the events of the movie with her murderous nature. So I liked how it started the film. I liked the unexpectedness of it, and I liked the corny cheesiness of it, and how fake the goose looks in the little square here. The next one we have, I don't think you guys can really tell what it is, but she was imagining Howard exploding while he was walking home. This one is gonna go in almost artistic. Now, I know that he didn't actually die, but did anybody actually expect that? I didn't. The build-up, it was so perfect. The build-up, because you're expecting her to crush the egg, so you were building up with her crushing the egg a little more and more, and then suddenly he explodes and you're like, oh, that was not what I expected to explode. So I think that was pretty well done. I didn't expect it. Pretty tragic, pretty horrible. Yeah, I think that's pretty perfect because it was very artistically done too. The next one we have is Miss Mom. Now, hers is gonna have to go in. That kill just created a new fear that I can't shake off, because she went through boiling water, she went through fire all over her body, and she survived and was thrown into the basement area or whatever, and she just had to wait until she was about to die. Like, she just had to wait. Waiting in excruciating pain, that sounds awful. Like, she can't even talk, she can't do anything. She's just sitting there in pain, which that's horrifying. That created a new fear, and I hope that never happens again in a movie. I hope I'm never traumatized like that again. Next up, we have Mr. just no. Now, he died because Pearl couldn't keep her lies straight, and she lied about having a dog. Instantly, 2 seconds later, forgot that she lied about that, and he was like, okay, so you guys don't have a dog, and you can't keep your lies straight, and something really weird's going on. And so he was like, I'm gonna leave, because I'm weirded out. And she took personal offense to that, and ran up to him, and stabbed him. And then I'm pretty sure even later on brought him out to the dinner table or dismembered him or something. I don't know. She did something later on. So he experienced a lot even after he died. I'm gonna have to put this one in. It's almost artistic how horribly they died. I really like that one. Like, you did kind of expect that he was gonna die, but it was a matter of when and how. Well, not really how. She always killed people with a pitchfork, but it was a matter of when. The next one we have is Mitzi. Now, this girl cannot run. Her approach to, like, being calm about everything, I love that. Like, she was thinking things through. And then suddenly, right when she got outside and Pearl started, like, walking towards her, that's when everything broke loose and she had to scream for help in the middle of nowhere and had to start running really badly and then fall. She had a lot of time to get away, and she didn't. I was really disappointed for her. I was not very shocked. I knew she was gonna die, but the build-up was so good that I was like, oh my god, I love this. This is also going in It's almost artistic how horribly they died. Wow, Pearl is doing really good on this tier list. Maybe that movie's just 10 out of 10. There was so much buildup for how he was gonna die. We knew he was gonna die, like, the instant that she was, like, putting him towards the ledge of the thing, and she was complaining about how he's the reason she can't go out and achieve her dreams, and she had so many chores to do that had to do with him. So we knew he was gonna die, and it felt very last minute, very slow, not very brutal, and it was just like oh, let me just kill you because you're left. And it wasn't, like, her ambition towards killing him at the beginning. Like, that didn't really continue. It just didn't fulfill my expectations of where the buildup was going. Okay, that was all Pearl, so now we're gonna go right to
You're a fucking movie star.
Now, this movie I thought was okay. I thought it was okay. I think I liked it better than most people, but I definitely don't think it lives up to, like, Pearl or X, but you go to the theaters and find out for yourself. The first death we have is her two friends in the industry she was in. Their deaths, I would put them next to Howard because I did not really remember them dying, and it was mostly off screen. I felt like her reaction to them dying wasn't that, it didn't have that much of an effect on her, so yeah, I'm gonna put in they died. Okay, the next one, I really like this one. This is Leon, who died via knife, and I really like this one because the way they had it, where it was like Pearl writing down while he was like cross-cuttingly getting killed. It was very, like, cheesy. It felt very 80s. I really liked it. I felt it was very artistic. It paid off the build-up that was happening. All around, good kill. Okay, the next one is going straight to the top. This created a new fear for me. Those car crushers, not going near those in the next 10 years. And the way he died was just, oh my god. Like, the blood was rushing out. I was horrified. I wasn't even looking. I was, like, looking like this. So, seems pretty fitting. The next one we have is my girl, actress friend. I felt like she got dismembered and put in a suitcase, but it was all off screen. And when it was, like, revealed, I was like, wait, who is that? Because it was just a bunch of, like, parts flying everywhere. So, I didn't really remember her dying. I didn't know that was who died when I saw all the parts. So I feel like that's pretty fitting. I can't think of a better place for it. The next one we have, oh, these are all the cult members. This is all the cult members, and I'll put it in an oldie but a baddie. I don't know, it felt kind of cheesy. I know it was supposed to be very 80s, but like the whole shootout thing, I wasn't the biggest fan of, but that's just me personally. It wasn't very brutal. It was unexpected in the way that you wouldn't like. Like, it was unexpected and like, oh, that's what we're getting. So I feel like that one's pretty fitting. The next one we have is Detective 1 and 2. So I couldn't find the image of the guy, and whenever I did, the image wasn't loadable, so I put 2 of the same picture because they're both in the same lane, to be honest, and that is an oldie but a baddie. Because, oh, no. They died. That's where I should put it, because I did not even know that they died. There was so much happening. Their deaths weren't that memorable. I would say that the guy who was bleeding out hit a little harder than the woman because she kind of got killed off screen. So actually I'm gonna put the guy at an oldie but a goodie. That might be a little hard to differentiate. So keeping them in line is on you. The last one is her dad, who's the main villain of the movie, who got shot in the head and his brain's like... This one I'm gonna put at the top. I really like this kill. It was very unexpected. I didn't even think they were gonna show it. I thought it was gonna be ambiguous, but they did show it, which was pretty brutal. It was pretty brutal, I will say. And yeah, it created a new fear. I would never want to be shot like that. That looks insanely scary to experience. Okay, this is my finished tier list. If you guys agree, then comment below. If you didn't agree, then comment below. If you didn't agree, then comment below what you would change. And if you did agree, then comment below that you did agree. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Comment more suggestions you want me to do. Hit that like button. Check out my K-pop channel if you like K-pop. And comment once more for good measure. That's all for now, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!